So I watched Sunday, The Decision. Don Van Natta, great journalist, did a story on LeBron's decision. And, it got everybody worked up. I never understood it. I really disagree with the late David Stern. I just never understood it. But, I mean, one of the things I say this is, unlike Michael Jordan, when Michael Jordan left the Bulls were still a really good basketball team. They won 2 games less in the regular season. Now, over time, they missed his strength, his willfulness, his leadership, his IQ, and they started to unravel. By the second year he was gone until he came back from baseball. But LeBron leaves teams, they're man overboard. He left Cleveland twice, man overboard. He left Miami and Pat Riley, one of the smartest guys in the history of the league, man overboard. If he left the Lakers, you do realize they'd be man overboard. I mean, they really would. I mean, what did Anthony Davis do with good teammates like Drew Holiday? What did he do in New Orleans? He won a single playoff series. The Lakers are not well run. LeBron's great. And it's a prime example. If you look at the roster this morning, J.R. Smith is now going to be part of the roster. I just roll my eyes at it. Here we go again with LeBron. The roster is LeBron James, Anthony Davis, who's never hit a huge NBA shot, although he's super talented. So let's take LeBron and Anthony Davis out of it. We know they're really, really good. After that, it's going to be Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He's been in the league long enough. I'm not going to trust him at a big spot. Kyle Kuzma's talented, but again, there's some immaturity issues, wildly inconsistent. I like Danny Green. I actually like Danny Green. 33 years old, needs a little shot. And then it's just a bunch of guys you don't want with the ball in their hands. Rajon Rondo, Howard, Caruso, McGee, Morris, Troy Daniels, Quinn Cook. These are not guys you want late in games with the ball in their hand to win, to game, or control your outcome. And, it got me thinking LeBron's always done a really good job to observe what's around him. Like smart people, he kind of watches the NBA. Where's it trending? LeBron got into the three-point shot 10 years ago in Cleveland. He started shooting three-point shots at the end of his Cleveland run. Then by the time he got to Miami, it was starting to take over the league, and he was becoming an elite three-point shooter. He's always had an exceptional understanding of the big picture of the NBA. If you look right now, he doesn't even have to look far. In his own building, if you put the Clippers and Lakers rosters together and said, give me the 10 best players, I have LeBron 1, Kawhi 2, Anthony Davis 3, Paul George 4, and then 5 straight Clippers. Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, Landry Shamet, Marcus Morris, the better Morris brother, Patrick Beverley, and Danny Green. I don't have Kuzma because I've never seen Kuzma hit a shot. I've never seen Kyle Kuzma. I just don't know, and I think Shamet's a better player. So, you can argue about Kyle Kuzma. Danny Green, the age, he and Patrick Beverley, 9'10", you could argue that. So what does it tell you? So LeBron comes to Los Angeles and pretty much bails on the young guys. Don't blame him. LeBron's at a point in his career, he's not going to try to teach you how to play basketball. You got to meet him. So now that Avery Bradley has left, one of the two-way guys that LeBron loves, look at this roster. Look at this current roster. What does it tell you? LeBron's going big game hunting this offseason. They're not going to mess around with this nonsense. I'll get out in front of this story, and I don't know if it could happen, but the guy I keep telling you LeBron's going to go after is Bradley Beal. I love Bradley Beal. I think he's wasting his career in Washington. I've been told LeBron loves Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal is a perfect LeBron guy. Plays both ends, smart, spacing, shooting, works really hard, totally committed, total adult, wasting his career on the other coast. But when you look at the J.R. Smith here, Avery Bradley gone, I look at this roster and I think, who is LeBron outside of Anthony Davis going to want to feed the ball to? Maybe Danny Green in the corner. This is once again LeBron put the piano on my back. They're going big game hunting the minute this season ends. When LeBron James left Cleveland, he got destroyed by the media. Crushed. I remember there was a writer named Scott Raab, R-A-A-B. Annihilated him. Vicious, mean-spirited. Because the story was, the media loves the underdog. LeBron James, arrogant. How dare he leave beloved Cleveland? Cleveland had a bad owner, a bad GM, a horrible roster. LeBron was literally carrying this piano on his back for 7 years, somehow getting them to the Eastern Conference Finals. And LeBron outrageously, while donating 7 figures to a Boys and Girls Club in Connecticut, had the audacity to call a press conference, sweating, and announce, I'm going to Miami. The outrage of it all. You know, going to Pat Riley, Mickey Arison, Aqua Water, a great franchise, Sun during the winter, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, the audacity of it. LeBron was a villain for a year, and the media just stoked it and stoked it and stoked it. It was bad. I mean, I went 2 years bagging on the media for that. But LeBron was a villain. We like Kevin Durant. He got hurt. He's a nice kid. He's got a great story. That press conference with his mom when he cried. Very likable guy. 1 year ago today, Kevin Durant made a decision. It was a horrible decision. He left warm weather, a new arena, Steve Kerr, a great GM, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. 1 year today, a 1 year anniversary of Kevin Durant leaving Golden State. And what is Brooklyn? Kyrie Irving has gotten the first head coach fired. DeAndre Jordan has COVID. He decided, I'm not going to Orlando, and he's joining Wilson Chandler. I don't blame guys for not going. The Nets currently also have an interim head coach. And they were 500 when Kyrie didn't play and 8-12 when he did. Just put up the leaderboard. He left Steve Kerr for TBD. Steph Curry for a guy, Kyrie Irving, that wants to start his own league. A winning culture to the opposite of that, and a national brand to one, by the way, that's second in its own market and 2 years ago was last in the NBA in attendance. Meanwhile, Golden State's going to get the number one pick in the lottery and the T-Wolves pick, and they've got a great trading piece in Andrew Wiggins, and they have the best scoring backcourt in the history of the league, which took off a ton of pressure from Kevin Durant. And oh, by the way, Klay and Steph are about the easiest stars in my lifetime to play with. Not that Durant's not easy to play with, but Kyrie's not. Again, the media. People were brutal to LeBron James for the decision. He left Dan Gilbert for Pat Riley. He left Ohio for Miami. He left the Cavs roster for a top 50 player ever, D. Wade, maybe top 25, and Chris Bosh. LeBron's decision was brilliant. LeBron's decision was because he was trapped. LeBron didn't have the teammate. He didn't have the coach. He didn't have the owner. He didn't have the city. He tried to talk Chris Bosh into going to Cleveland. He wouldn't come. And he went to Miami and won a bunch of titles and was in 4 straight finals. It was a great move by LeBron. Well, I didn't like the way he do it. Get over it. You've moved for jobs. We all move. We're all mobile. Get over it. But it's funny to start my show today. The media's perception of Cam and the betting market's perception of Cam and the media's vilifying LeBron James for a brilliant move and kind of giving KD a pass on 1 year ago today he went to the Nets. Don't have a coach. One guy wants to start his own league. Players bowing out in Orlando. This is 1 year in. And KD's coming off, I would argue, a really tough injury where more than ever he could have used stability. Steph Curry, Steve Kerr, Draymond Green, that lottery pick, Klay Thompson, more than ever, more pressure on him to carry it when he would had a perfect situation with less to carry in Golden State. But the media's got their biases. They root for the better story, at least the sports media. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.